I have been speaking. Oh, good. Somebody help there. I have been on TEDx platform as well, speaking about ESG and why people should follow ESG. It has already 10,000 plus views on YouTube. And I have been on different platforms like Economic Times, etc., discussing about how ESG investing is growing and how this segment, specifically the sustainability reporting, is changing the world for good. Written two books recently, one on investment banking side, which is from underdog to unicorn. It was in top 100 books in Amazon for quite some time. And also I have written a book on ESG and sustainable investing. Trained now more than 3,750 working professionals and worked with more than 20 companies. Our alumni right now are from Federal Bank to Tata Power to CBRE to Alliance Bank, NIT, you name it, and from all kind of alumni you will find with us who has been educated and graduated with us. Now, I do not count them alumni, I count them an impact maker. Let's listen in one of our participants who has attended our
thank you for
GRI sessions.
this. It gave me a wide understanding of the frameworks and what actually happens in the sustainability front and how is it different at the corporate level from the grassroots level, which was what I was actually looking for. Because I had mostly worked with NGOs on the grassroots level and not on the corporate level. And now I'm actually thinking from both sides of the, um, spectrum, sustainability front, like what corporates can do that will bring an impact at the grassroots level. And also, it has actually helped me a lot to understand how negotiation in the climate front also works happening. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. So that was one of our participants who attended our boot camp in past, and she got benefited by transiting her role from being a CSR executive to a corporate executive for a multinational company. Did I get your attention? Because that was the purpose for giving you my introduction. And if not, still we have some awesome bonuses for you. If you attend both the session, you will get link for our books. One of those books is Carbon Accounting ebook, which we will be sharing with you. It's a coffee table book. It will help you to understand what and how carbon accounting works. You will also have a special offer on your ESG reporting journey for our bootcamp as well as GRI certification, which is an international certification as well. Now, GRI standard what, why, and how. Of course, the environmental factor remains at the core here. But when GRI was developed, actually it started with the three E's, which was economic, environment, and employees. That's how everything has started. And now, of course, they are going in governance part of it as well. But before we go there, let's understand what is the importance of ESG reporting itself, why this became a pivotal moment in sustainability journey for last 30 years. Now, first of all, of course, there is a growing importance of sustainability, which we will discuss in next slide, along with regulatory and market expectation. That was the second impetus. And thereby, ESG reporting is no longer just a compliance exercise or checkbook box exercise. Rather, it is a strategic in its imperative. Companies are increasingly judged by their sustainability performance, and professionals with expertise in ESG reporting are high in demand. Yeah. And the sustainability driven career growth, because the career opportunity is massive in this area currently, the regulatory expectation and the opportunity which are available has created a lot of people to shift their career into sustainability side. And that's why this has become a movement. Now let's understand why there is a growing importance of ESG reporting itself or sustainability reporting itself. Now, first of all, investors are demanding nowadays. 89% of institutional investors are right now considering ESG factor when making investment decision. So if they want to invest in a company, be it yours or somebody else, they are looking for ESG report. And I am saying out of 10 company, 9 companies are getting investment because of this. This is the PwC report of 2022, which I am citing here. Second, corporate adoption. Now, over 96% of world largest 250 company has already adopted reporting on sustainability. Again, it's 2-year-old data, which is KPMG data. Apart from that, financial performance, where the companies with a strong ESG performance sees 4.8% higher return. So there is a now empirical study which has established under MSCI 2023, which I am referring here. They have established that they give at least 4.5% higher return than the normal company. And of course, the last but not least is consumer behavior. 66% of the consumers are nowadays willing to pay more for sustainable product. Of course, I'm referring US data here, Nielsen 2023 research. Now, more than 80% of executive believes a stronger commitment to a positive human impact and would increase their company profitability if they adopt ESG reporting. And that was one of the central pivotal moment for sustainability. Second, is regulatory. If you are aware, in European Union now more than 50,000 companies are obliged to report under CSRD requirement, which is in short is sort of corporate sustainability reporting directive or CSRD, right? From 2024, this has been implemented and it's kind of mandatory now. In USA, where we are hearing a lot of pullbacks now, a lot of companies are trying to align with Trump's mandate, the presidential mandate. And Trump is known for, in the first term, when he came, he removed hundreds of environmental laws at that point in time. Of course, when Biden came, he resumed back those discussions, including signing of Paris Agreement. Now, again, we are expecting Trump to take his hand back, but evidence of climate change he is also feeling sitting in his own country, where Los Angeles fire is one of the critical moment for Trump administration to recognize that scientists are not fool and they are not just trying to create a ruckus in their country. So USA, however, SEC, which is it's a comparative body of SEBI of India, still mandates and proposed climate disclosure rules, and which they are sticking with till date. You never know what will happen tomorrow. That carbon reporting is mandatory for all public company in USA. So that is a requirement there still. In India and China is taking this forward now in any way, where BRSR, which is in short of Business Responsibility and Sustainability Reporting, is now mandatory for top 1,000 company based on their market cap in our stock market, both exchanges. And it has a requirement also now, which has been extended by 1 year, that you have to get audited of this auditing of this ESG reporting as well. Of course, apart from that, China in February 2024, under their Security Regulatory Commission, CSRC, has implemented on 3 stock exchanges, where SSE 180 index, they made it mandatory on that index, along with a star 50 index and SZSE 100 index. All these 3 indexes company need to report on their carbon footprint, or company listed domestically or even overseas. If they are listed on either of these 3 exchanges, China has made them to start reporting on ESG as a mandatory exercise. So India and China is now taking lead here, apart from Europe, which is in very advanced stage in current form. And they are bringing even omnibus, combining a lot of other regulations which are required for companies to follow on environmental as well as social governance side. Now, second, last but not least reason is the career opportunity in this area. Now, as you are aware, even India is targeting $1 trillion economy only in green side. And they are expecting this, these are official documents which I'm referring, which is IBEF document, where they have already established by 2030, our greenfield projects will be around 31 trillion rupees, approximately 368 billion rupees, US dollar. or $1 trillion green economy, where the debate has happened in the January month on ORF platform, where people are agreeing that India can reach to $1 trillion green economy by 2030. There is a possibility. Apart from that, currently in 2025, economy in green side is approximately 40 to 45 trillion dollars across world. This number is world number. And this I am taking top five, where top five country where US has reduced its asset under management from $35 trillion to $30 trillion. Comparing that, the total number is around this number. Apart from that, there are new kind of jobs which are available in market, and people are planning to shift to such kind of jobs, specifically in large companies as well as mid-scale companies. The top roles are like ESG analyst, sustainability consultant, ESG reporting specialist, climate risk analyst, etc., or impact investment manager. These are some key roles which are made available, where 400%, 426% in last 3 year jobs have come in. We will go in detail in the next session, when we will go and look into which are the jobs and where they are coming from, and what is the total number of jobs which are available for different segment of or different segment of experienced people, based on their job profile currently, how on what kind of career transition they can make. And of course, the skill in demand are mostly related to GRI based reporting, because more than 15,000 companies now across world has adopted as a standard, as a global reporting initiative as a standard. SASB is another one which people wants to learn and report on. IFRS, ISSB, which is getting merged now, and TCFD, carbon accounting, ESG data analytics, regulatory compliance, and ESG investing is our few areas where people wants to get skilled or upskilled. Now let's go inside the GRI topic itself. What is this standard? What it stands for? What are the strategies to maximize the return through and mitigation the risk through reporting with this standard, right? Let me first give you a definition which is coming from the GRI book itself, which defines that Global Reporting Initiative Standard for Sustainability Reporting is to help organization to report their economic, so they take profit as economic, environmental, social, and governance performances. That's how they define, and this is what is required under GRI standards for you to report on. Now, by understanding and implementing GRI standard, you will be equipped with, and your organization will be equipped with a globally recognized framework. That's the advantage, which enhances the transparency basically and accountability of people who are working there. That's the massive advantage, apart from giving you a global exposure. Now, let's understand the global view of GRI standard itself, which is endorsed by United Nations and now globally recognized. So what is the advantage with GRI? It is the only standard which is endorsed by United Nations. Yeah. And of course, world over, you go anywhere, it is recognized as the most widely accepted framework. Why? The first reason is the modular structure of this reporting standard. It gives you interrelational concepts to follow. So it starts with the universal standard. Then it goes into your sector specific standards. If you are in some critically identified sector, you need to report additionally those. And then they go into topic standards. So they take each important material topics and they ask you to report according to their standard requirement. That is why it is well recognized across world. It also gives you a flexibility that you can report through two distinct arrangement. Anybody know that? Anybody know what are the two ways you can report under GRI under flexibility term? You can put in the chat box. I'll wait for that. Is my screen visible and am I audible? Give me a thumbs up in the chat box or yes in the chat box so I know you guys are there. Am I audible? Okay. Okay. So Philip says, I'm audible. Sahil says, yes. Pratyakas. Sandeep said, yes. Okay, good. Good. Perfect. Now, so there are two ways you can report under GRI, under its flexibility terms. First is that you can be in compliance with GRI. Okay. Or you can be in accordance of with GRI. So this flexibility gives enough opportunity for people to report based on their maturity level in GRI reporting or standard reporting. Now, if you see a structure, very simple structure they have, that first is universal standards, which includes GRI 1, 2, and 3, which actually requires and he applies for all company, whoever wants to be in accordance with or in compliance with. Both side has to cover at least the universal standard. Okay. The universal standard for your company need to be covered here. What all it covers, I will go in detail in a couple of slides later. But let me just tell you that GRI 1 talks about requirement and principle for using GRI standard. GRI 2 talks about disclosure about your reporting organization. So detail about organization, how big is it, how many people working, etc. And GRI third talks about disclosure and guidance about organizations, material. So whatever key material topic for your company need to be reported has to be listed here under GRI 3. And it provides you a guidance for the same. So materiality assessment becomes very easier here. Now, GRI standard is divided into three parts. The first part is universal, which everybody has to follow. Second part is sector standard, which is tailored to a specific industry. Specifically, here we are talking about mining industry, who are heavily polluting environment, or agriculture, fisheries industry, oil and gas industry, etc., requires you to follow the sector standard. Third is topic standard. Of course, whatever material topic you have identified, you need to take that topic, a specific topic, and follow the standard provided under GRI standard. Yeah. For example, 406, 306, which is related to waste management, etc. We will go sector discussion in the next session. Today we will keep it a little higher. So just let's our foundation get built. And then the second one, we will take one a particular topic standard and go into detail of the same, that how it works out, what is the thinking behind it, and when you are reporting, what kind of concept you should use. Now, why GRI standard matter? Why people are following this standard throughout the world? One reason, of course, I've already given you. Anybody remember what is the first reason why people are following it? Give it in the chat box if you remember. The first reason why people are following this standard. Yes, Prince, it is visible. Just check the screens on the top. Absolutely. The endorsement by United Nations has made this GRI standard being adopted across world. Good job done, Pratyas Dhawan there. Okay, so that's the reason number one. That's the undercurrent why people are adopting it, because it is endorsed by this only one which is endorsed by United Nations. Of course, there are other agencies like IFRS has endorsed SASB, and they have created S1 and S2 reporting structure, etc. But still United Nations by far is adopted across world. Second reason, this gives an integration of sustainability in your company and make it very easy. Yeah, systematic way, and make it very easy through integration. And that is why GRI standard matters. Now, adopting GRI standard is not just about compliance, which I have told you in the beginning as well. People think it's just a checkbox. ESG reporting is just ticking the boxes. Absolutely not. Even India had changed its structure, and it requires you to really put a lot of strategy, thinking process, and then only you will be able to report correctly and accurately. And if you don't do, be ready for regulatory coming back to your company and taking charge. It is all about driving the real change. And that's why when you choose GRI standard to follow, it also helps you to make some changes, real changes in your company. Okay. Why? Because it automatically enhances transparency and accountability. Once we will go into our universal standard and topic standard, you will see they are not just asking you to establish document trail, but they are asking you to provide evidences against it. Automatically, it happens throughout the GRI standard. So that's the part number one. Why? Because it enhances your transparency and pinpoint to the person who is providing that data, because data is the riskiest and most toughest part of the ESG reporting as on now. Yeah. Financial reporting data is easier if you implemented ERP, if you have a good accountant in place and he understand the regulatory environment, he can still report well, good and proper. But with the ESG data collection itself is a challenging part, which we have, which is of course a part of different discussion altogether. Second, you need to meet stakeholder expectations. The GRI standards make sure that you are consulting your stakeholder enough to report it properly. And if not, it will be evident in the report itself. For example, according to GRI standard number 3, universal standard number 3, you have to conduct materiality assessment with your identified stakeholder. If you do not do that, it will become evident in your reporting and people will know that you are not meeting the stakeholder expectations here. Third, drive sustainability performance. Now, anyone who wants to implement sustainability and want to record it as their archive has to follow GRI standard, because it gives you opportunity to get that particular structure built in your system itself. Company are right now adopting GRI standard, have seen 20% of increase in their stakeholder trust and engagement, along with the performance on those matrices which they are reporting. There is always a growth. And if that growth doesn't happen, and there is a very good case study which I want to take after the Unilever case, or let me take it before Unilever case itself, is the case of Aramco. How many of you know Aramco as a company? It's an international company, very famous one. Anyone knows that which sector it comes from? Aramco. Okay. Anyone? Give a try. Yes, Pratyas, you're right. Yes, Sahil, correct. Absolutely. It's in oil and gas segment. It is one of the most reputed company or ill-reputed company in sustainability side, and known for their market cap. This was one of those companies which, when it got listed with a lot of big bang, because it was $1 trillion listing which has happened in Saudi Arabia market. Okay, so that is why that company is very famous. Now, Saudi Aramco has been following GRI in past. If you take up their sustainability report of 2022, 2023, you will find they have uh, prepared the report in accordance with GRI. So they have used all the parameters and the report is really in depth. But when you take up their GRI report of 2024, you will realize that they have not mentioned they are in accordance with GRI. They have gone to their oil and gas industry related business. And when we try to dig in further, we understood that there is some area where they are not able to make real changes in their company. And that's why they have dropped following GRI. And that is why I said that following GRI makes your company to show improvement, specifically on the sustainability front. And also it realizes the impact into your financial. So it goes hands in hand, right? So right now they were forced to remove GRI from their reporting cycle. And that reason was that they were not able to make real changes. So last 2 year, 22, 23, they were reporting according to GRI, but after that, they could not follow it. So if you are following GRI, you need to stick with those standard in, in respect to all the clauses which they have suggested. Another good case study is the case study of Unilever. Now, they have successfully implemented GRI. And why I'm saying that? Because first of all, their reporting has improved drastically in last 5 years. If you see their baseline, which is 2020, and then if you see their 2023 report, they have changed that baseline itself after adopting GRI standards. Why? it is happening, and why company like Unilever is taking this initiative, because they want to increase stakeholder trust in their businesses. This Anglo England, England based company has increased their stakeholder engagement to get a better ESG rating. And now they are getting a little better rating as well, because the GRI standards give them that exposure, which most of the rating agency across world follows. So that's the another critical reason why people are going towards or gravitating towards GRI standard. Imagine that achieving similar results for your organization, and that's the power of GRI. Yeah. So Unilever implemented GRI standard to enhance the transparency and accountability in sustainability reporting. How they did it? By aligning to the GRI clauses. So that GRI universal clause, topic standard clause, of course, sector wise, they are to those sectors which are required to be listed independently. Now, Unilever saw a significant boost in their market reputation because of this, right? We will discuss that detail. We take up Unilever case in detail. We look into their materiality assessment, etc., going forward in the 8-day boot camp. But once you will see through that what kind of changes they have achieved by getting sustainability reporting happening, you will be amazed with their growth as well. Yeah, because the whole things reflects into their stock market growth as well. And it became a benchmark in ESG reporting currently. So that report is one of the kind of report which everybody should refer and have a look at it. Their sustainability report is now recognized as one of the most comprehensive one in the industry, because they also highlight where they are not reporting, right? Or where they are missing those clauses. So would you like more case study like this or variation of for different industry? Be with us for next two sessions, and you will be given another two case studies on Saturday when we will be having this session at 7 o'clock. Now, coming back, how to implement GRI standard. Of course, we are going to go into detail of 8 steps of GRI standard reporting when we will, discussing in the next session with 9 principles, eight principles and 9 requirements which GRI proposes. How you should follow it. What are those requirements? What are those principles which you can't miss? Principles I will try to cover today itself. Next session we will just skip it for the case studies. Now, what are those steps? So it starts with assessing a material topic. Any ESG reporting based on GRI, BRSR, or you name it, SASB or TCFD, everything starts with assessing material topic, because you need to create a baseline for yourself. Then you need to, of course, in this process of material topic assessment, you need to engage your stakeholder, understand their mandate and what they are requiring for. Third step is, of course, collecting those critical data and reporting those data based on the required standard. And finally, integrate those feedback for next cycle of ESG reporting. Now, over 73% of the world's largest companies now are following GRI standard for their sustainability report. Again, I'm citing here PwC 2023 data. Now let's have a quick quiz. So be active in the chat box. We will go one by one. So let's see how much of understanding has happened, and then we will go a little bit more on detail on GRI, and we will also try to cover BRSR till 8 o'clock. Question number 1, what are the 3 main components of GRI standard? And now I will make it, host and co-host reporting. Otherwise, other people will see the answer. Yeah. So let's see. First, question number 1. What is that answer which you think is correct? What is the 3 main components of GRI standard? Sudhanshu has already given one answer, right? Is it economic environment governance standard? Is it universal standard, sector standard, topic standard? Is it reporting compliance and assurance standard? Or is it sustainability, transparency, and disclosure standards? What are the 3 main component of GRI standard? Okay, so Pratyaksh has given answer. Dr. Mona Nargolwala has given the answer. Prince Rajput has given answer. Anchika has given good. Anchika, good to see you. Uh, Sudhanshu have given answers. Sahil has given answer. Okay, good, very good. Then Dr. Anita has given answer. Pradeep has given answer. Okay, good. The correct answer is B. The three main components of GRI standard is universal standard, sector standard, and topic standard. Few of you has assumed economic environment and governance standard. Now, those are the part of initial GRI framework. Okay. That GRI framework covers those three part, but it reports in a component manner happening through universal standard, which is GRI 1, 2, 3. Then you have sector standard, any double digit number, and we will have a summary for this. You can recall it very well. And the third one is the topic standard. Now, these are the three critical segments of GRI standard, which we will be covering. Now, let's try to answer the second quiz. Why are GRI standards are important for organization? What is your feedback? We have already covered this part. Michael, welcome. Okay, I have made you co-host. So our another speaker has also there in online in Michael Katz, who's a Canadian national joining us from Middle East. But let's answer the quiz first, and then I will introduce at the end, and he will be speaking for 5 to 10 minutes of the end and giving his point of view of GRI standard and ESG reporting. Okay, so I have started getting some answers. Pradeep, Dr. Anita, Bhaskar. Oh, Bhaskar is there. Good. Welcome, Bhaskar. Pratyaksh, Dhawan, Anshika, good. Bandaro has given answer. Pradeep has given answer. Okay, let's wait for a couple more and then we will tell you the answer. Why are GRI standards important for organization? Why you should tell your company to adopt this particular standard? Dr. Anita has given answer as well. Good. So correct answer is again answer B, which is they provide, Ms. GRI standard provide a structure framework for transparent and standardized sustainability reporting. Okay. That is the basis on which GRI standard works, which is what? Transparency and modular structure and standardization, right? These are the three key parameters or pillars on which GRI standard has been formed. And that's why this is a critical aspect. Absolutely, Dr. Anita. Good. Screen is not visible. I think you need to select on the top. There will be a screen option, or you have to go out and come back, doctor. So that will help you to see the screen once more. Okay. Now let's take another last question, and then we will straight away go into deep diving all this GRI universal standard today in detail. What is the first step in implementing GRI standard? I have told you guys very clearly. So this one I want everybody to answer correctly. Let me see how many of you are folks. Okay, good. I got one answer already. Anshika, good job. Then of course Pratyas, wonderful. Bhaskar, absolutely Bhaskar ji. Okay. Sudhanshu Das, correct. Sudhanshu, welcome. Good to see you. Dr. Anitika, very good. Ekta, wonderful. Absolutely. That's the first step. The first step is absolutely Pradeep. First step is conducting materiality assessment. Okay. And identify those key topics of ESG, environmental, social, and governance, which impacts the company most, right? And you measure that onto materiality assessment X and Y axis. Okay. And that's how you realize the exact important topics which are critical for your stakeholder as well as is important for your company growth, right? That's how you do. Let's take a quick deep dive before I hand over session to Michael Katz for his point of view and understanding why such standards are important in ESG and why even sustainability is critical for us. Now, let's understand GRI universal standard, what all it covers, how it works, what are the different aspects of GRI standard which we need to understand. Now, GRI universal standard is covered in a book or booklet called GRI 1 Foundation 2021, which is a most recent document, which is applicable from 1st January 2023. which specifies the requirement what you should report on. Are you reporting in accordance with GRI standard or not? Right? They establishes in GRI 1 Foundation 2021 booklet. When you will be in accordance with, when you have all this 8 principle followed. What are those principle? I acronym them as a ABC of CCSTV. Yeah, CCTV, you know, right? CCTV. So this is the ABC of the CCTV. Why CCTV? Because GRI standard brings the transparency, isn't it? The CCTV brings the transparency of safety, security of people who are living in, or who wants a security and safety. Similarly, GRI standard ABCCC of CCTV helps you to achieve your reporting in a way which can create a leadership in your industry, or it is in accordance with GRI universal standards. What are those ABCs? So stands for accuracy. Okay, your report should provide accurate data based on your collection methodology, which is prescribed under GRI standard. Second, it should be balance. What do you mean by balance? It should not only talk about good initiative your company has done, but also tells your stakeholder, put into your report by letting them know which particular area of ESG you are still not able to make enough progress. That is the balance B stands for. C stands for clarity. Your report should give a clarity to the audience who is reading that report. Okay, there should not be confusion in terms of when we are reporting on the ESG parameters. Then of course it brings the comparability in terms of two sides. One, on the year-on-year reporting cycle. So when you are using the data, you need to compare that data with particular timeline in the previous year or previous financial year data. That comparability has to be there. Again, second side is units. The unit which you use in reporting on ESG. For example, if you are providing energy data, so are you using kilojoules? Are you using kilowatt hour? Yeah, that data unit has to be comparable. Then third C under ABCCC is completeness. Your data cannot be half baked, right? So if you have done GHG accounting, you need to give them that I have done and completed S scope 1 and scope 2 in completeness, but I have not completed scope 3. You need to tell that. Yeah. If you want to be in completeness, if you want to be in non-compliance, of course, you will just give them a block number that this is total carbon emission I have done throughout the year. Sugan, you have to log out and log in because can anybody tell me if you are able to see my screen? How many of you can see my screen? Uh, Everyone, go ahead. Bhaskar ji, you can see. Okay. Fleur, some people are not able to see. Anchika, you can see. Okay.
You can see this.
Who is not able to see? Pradeep is not. Pradeep is able to see. Sagar is not able to see. Miss, are you seeing GRI Universal Standard on the screen? Is it there?
Yes, sir. It is there.
It is there. So few of you are not able to see. I don't know what's the reason today because generally everybody is able to see. So few people are not able to see. I will request them to log out and log in back. We will take 30-second break for you. Just log out and log in back. You will be able to see. It's on the top screen sharing. I'm restarting the screen sharing. So anybody who is not able to see will be able to see. Meanwhile, Michael, what you are going to cover today? If you can just speak few words before everybody joins back.
I'll say a few words. I just two most important things.
Okay.
Impact and experience.
Oh, wonderful. That's a good concept.
Everything we do has an impact. And that impact, to be honest with you, sustainability has been around for a very long time. But where we've evolved to being able to measure and enable us to measure, then we can make the proper accountability on impact. It's not just the impact that we have on what surrounds us, but its impact on our own employees, on the people that we work with. There are factors involved that impact how well we enjoy our jobs, and how we interact with our communities.
Awesome. That will be quite interesting to listen. So we will give you a last 5 minutes for that. Let me cover the GRI standard and BRI standard. Wonderful.
The final thing is just about the experiences people have with your company. And positive experiences are things that they can relate to that is up to date. And if you are ESG compliant, it shows in how you interact with your customers and how you build your products. And all of these things, again, come back to impact. Impact equals revenue, period.
Awesome. Good. We will listen in that once more at the end for people who were not there and we started talking about it. Okay. So GRI principle number 1 is clear. Now, principle number 2 talks about, of course, we have not covered sustainability context. So everything has to be about sustainability of your business, of your operation, and sustainability as a concept. And finally, all the data which you are preparing, it should have a timeliness. Stale data is totally not acceptable under GRI reporting principle. So these are the critical, and verifiability of that data need to be established. So these are the critical 8 areas which we need to consider while we are reporting. Now, GRI 2 general disclosure covers organizational and its reporting practices, which is critical to inform your audience that what your organization is all about, how it operates, and I will showcase you that what exactly it looks like when it goes into their template, which we will provide you in the bootcamp as well. We prepare reports in the bootcamp rather than just learning the concepts. So I will show you now, and we will prepare in the bootcamp. Now, second is activity and workers. Third is, of course, governance. That what kind of governance structure your company have, and specifically people wants to see from the corporate governance side of it, as well as your ESG governance side of it. That need to be recorded, which gets covered in GRI 2 general disclosures. Fourth one is a strategy and policy and practices if your company has, where those are, and are those are sufficient for your company to continue its operation in long term. And finally, they also want to see what kind of a stakeholder engagement your company has undertaken. So that gets reported under GRI 2. Now, GRI 1, of course, requires all this principle. And this is the template of GRI itself, Global Reporting Initiative, in which you need to fill it in. Okay. So if somebody is preparing based on BRSR, yeah, reporting they are doing based on BRSR, still they can create a content index and give a references to your documents which is required for reporting purposes, specifically on GRI 1. Now, GRI 2, if you see, that requires your organization detail. Okay, so are you covering all your subsidiary or not? And here I would like to tell you, then go and watch Reliance Industry Limited report, and you'll be astonished to know that one of the topmost company in India has not reported in all of their 294 companies where they have invested, and they own 100% of those. They have invested to only one company with 6 locations, which is Reliance Industry Limited, okay, which is a refinery unit. Of course, it's one of the major unit for them. But what is quite interesting to see is that they have not reported, and yet they are compliant with BRSR at this point in time. However, their rating has gone down in recent times because of the not being transparent or not covering enough company to justify their reporting. Okay, general disclosures are reported in this particular template, which we will provide you in the when we will do the workshop, where we will make sure that you prepare the report based on each of these clauses. GRI universal standard, the last part, is a guidance for materiality assessment. So how to do materiality assessment? Of course, in bootcamp, we go in detail. We do one companies or at least 5 case study we cover there, where we try to report based on the each of the material topic steps which are required to be fulfilled. Now, disclosure 3.1, of course, specify that what kind of process you have taken to determine your material topics. Is this material topic are credible enough for this company or not? Need to be shown in disclosure 3.1. In 3.2, you have to list all those material topic which your company has identified. I will show you an example of 3M. How many of you know 3M? Anybody who knows 3M, put in the chat box in what context you know them. Yeah, they are very famous for one of their product, which everybody knows. Of course, they produce now thousands of product, innovative product. But one of their product, everybody you have used or might be using in recently. Okay, in chat box, somebody has already answered. Good, very good. Absolutely, absolutely, Pradeep. Pradeep, Bandaru, correct. Absolutely, adhesive tapes and 3M have Post-it, which is one of their famous product nowadays. Even people use on computers, isn't it? So that those topics standard, I will just show you that how they are preparing their material topic. What kind of material topic they have disclosed under list of material topic. And last but not least, again here is 3.3 where you need to show that how you are going to manage this material topic rather than just reporting. What are the action points you are taking on those topics? That also need to be reported under GRI 3. Now, this is one of those examples where GRI 3 material topic template I have given in the background. If you see, that is the template of Global Reporting Initiative, which you need to fill. And this is how it comes out to be like 3.2, which is list of material topic. 3M has reported, if you can see, that company uniqueness creates a specific material topic. Now, have you seen anybody talking about chemical stewardship? Yeah, 3M has done and identified that particular area as their material topic. And then they have taken 416 and 17 both to report on that particular stewardship, right? They want to become a leadership in chemical industry because the innovation comes from that side, right? So such kind of innovative stuff you can see anybody's any company's list of material topic, specifically sustainable innovation. Yeah, because it's an innovation pro company. They have developed a lot of innovative product including safety equipment, etc. That became their topic number one in material topic. Okay, so that's how the example works. Like, now let me summarize what in a gist that what all GRI universal topic covers, and we will then hand over to Michael for last 5 minutes, and then we will come back. We will start with BRSR. First, we will cover the fundamentals of BRSR, and then we will go into the case study of both sides, at least one or two case study from GRI side, and reporting how the reports are prepared based on universal standard, based on one topic standard we will take up, and how under BRSR people are reporting, specifically BRSR report principle number 3 and principle number 6, which is related to environment. Now, let's go to universal standard summary. So this is in summary. Any single digit number you see in the standard of GRI, that would be universal standard. They are mostly three. These are base standard applied to all organization who wants to follow GRI standard. Any two-digit number you see with coding, like GRI sector reporting, 11, 12, 13, 14, all of this are sector based. There are 4 right now, 5 more are coming very soon. Their consultation paper is already been completed. We are expecting that to be incorporated very this year or next year. Now, triple digit number, if you see in GRI documentation, those are topic standard. Now, of course, there are different numbers there. If it starts with hundreds, of course, there is only one left, which is environment one. There are triple ones, 200 ones, right? Triple digit numbers, if you see, which is economic one. All the economic topics are covered there, like tax, etc., is covered in 200. So if you see 201, 207, all those are related to economic. 300s are relating to topic standard social, which are 8 booklets are available, which you need to refer. And then if you see anything in 400s, those topic standards are relating to governance of the company. Okay, that how company is following corporate governance, what kind of structure they have in corporate governance, how the independent directors are interacting, etc., gets reported through that particular standard. Now, with that, I will hand over to Michael, engineer Michael Katz, who is joining us from Dubai Muscat, and he's a Canadian national. So, Michael, go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to quickly go over one aspect that all of this our the GRI reporting and sustainability and all of these initiatives that I've watched from the last 50 years start moving more into the mainstream. These are all positive. That I'm not as negative as most people are about climate change and everything, because I believe this adoption and adherence to systems and measurement. This is where we are going to make a big change and a real impact on our environments and on our companies. What we produce, how we produce it, and how we drive innovation to even do better. I believe sustainability is not a big additional cost item. I believe it actually is something that saves money, because you are saving, whether it's energy, whether it's material, whatever it is, you are being able to make things more efficient. And this gets back to the GRI system as well, is if you can efficiently measure and you can monitor, this is where you make big changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the key word here people have to remember is impact, which converts into revenue. And that's the thesis which Michael Katz bring into perspective. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. I want you to quickly fill the survey if possible. So that will indicate you are coming for the next session as well. And in next session, we are going to go with the practice of working. Two more speakers will be coming. One will be Dr. N. Sriram, who is a PhD holder from Malaysian University in Environmental Science. So he will be with us along with engineer Michael Katz. Another 5 minutes he will be spending with us his thought process on ESG reporting. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming in. And please answer the survey before you leave. And happy Shivaratri. Today is a religious function for India. So thank you very much for sparing some time with us. God bless you all. See you
Hello,
next
sir.
session, 7 p.m. Saturday. Saturday, 7 p.m. Link will be shared in the group as well as on your email ID. Thank you very much, Engineer Michael Katz. Take care. Any question anybody has, I will take it for next 15 minutes. Anybody who is in rush, they can leave.
I have a question to ask, sir. Can I?
Please tell your name, your
Hi, sir.
profession.
This is sure. So, hi, sir. This is Tejas. I'm an environmental engineer by profession and by academic culture. So, when I did the sustainability report for my company, for the last 1 year, before that, I was into environmental. I hope my audio is clear, right?
Yes, very clear, very clear.
So, and I find this webinar, like a brainstorming session, which, refreshed me a lot. Um, all when I was doing all the templates and all of that. I mean, following the principles and setting the context and all. So now the question is, now and like I resigned my company from like 9 months back because of my own, exams and all. Now, the reason why I'm asking you is now how do I find the right company to my, and I have an interview. I had an interview yesterday, so it was like a customer facing role where they deal with the embodied carbon, and the other company was into the deployment of an ESG tool that's called as what some tools. I mean, they are doing their own in-house tool so they can track all the thing. I'm just confused. I mean, both the interviews went well, so I'm just confused which company should I join in.
I know, but what is your passion? Where your passion lies? Of course, you are very young right now, Tejas.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But where is your passion? What you believe? That's very
Hmm.
important. What did you answer for the first question, by the way? How important do you consider environmental considerations when evaluating your investment, etc.? How important is it according to you?
It is kind of important, but thing is, it always depends on the company's scale. If it's an MSME, they don't think into an environmental investment because when I the company
Very
which I work had a stakeholder of 150 companies. So we were managing all the unit companies because they were under us. So not every company can invest into this kind of initiative, right? I mean, they can't afford a DG also to be used up. Correct.
Clear, very clear. So now look, any career transition
Mm.
involves two aspects. One, your conviction, and second, your requirement. Okay,
Okay.
that crossroad you need to understand very well. Once you
Mm.
have understood that, then only you can decide out of these two company, or tomorrow maybe five offer comes to you, which one to
Mm.
take. Generally people tend to, like you said, SMEs generally
Yeah.
go they do not follow environmental because they are not big enough to do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ideally, if they know that this factor or following certain standard can increase the potential to earn more money. For example, I will give you example, and we have worked with several SME in past. A company which has adopted sustainability not by just choice, they were 100 crores worth company, but by force, because one of their investor was pro ESG, investment company. So they were required to have compliances filled up. So they forced this SME after the investment, asked the SME,
Mm.
you become compliant, then only I will bring the milestone. You won't believe it took 1 year for them to get that transition done. It was a massive exercise for them. For a company with 100 crore, if they are investing even 25 lakh rupees for ESG reporting with all kind of pulava which is required, putting people, putting a responsible EHS manager, etc., is was a very huge amount for them, investment amount.
Correct.
But
Yes.
the moment they invested that amount, their
Mm.
efficiency has increased by 17%. Their revenue has increased. Why? Revenue has increased because they were able to get some assignments
From
what
the customers.
from a company which requires
Mm.
sustainable supply chain. You get my point,
Oh,
right? So
got it.
revenue
Got it.
has grown by 25% for SME. So these kind of examples of what I am giving you, of course, it is your career choice. You have to make that career choice. You make that, but look into these particular, both the aspect. Don't just go for the money. Of course, whoever gives the more money, you will always towards that company. But look whether it will be sustainable for you or not. Does I
Mm.
really like to work in such a certain scenario, right? And that's
And
transition will happen. Hope this will
other
answer.
things, sir. Thing is, I've got experience working with an ESG tool also. I mean, my career went well for a year. Now I don't know what assignment who would he be giving. I mean, he's into some assignment. I just wondering what assignment would he give. Last time I had an interview with KPMG also. I think it was like a full brainstorming thing which happened for a day. Where they went all with the proposals. How do you write a proposal? How do you present a proposal? And how GD was there. Unfortunately, I was not able to clear the interview because of the candidate. They were from the master degree. I'm just worried what assignment would he be giving. The company name is I'm not, RGBSI. Sorry, I forgot the name. RGBSI is the company's name. They have
Okay,
a in-house two products which monitor the ESG thing.
fair. I will answer this one, but be patient with us. On Saturday, we are covering all the stakeholders who are right now
Mhm.
providing jobs. So what kind
Oh,
of job they are
mhm.
providing, we'll be discussing there. And then I will take this question so people will be feeling relevant to this question. Okay. Till
Thank you
that,
so much, sir. Thank you so much.
pleasure.
Okay.
Okay, let's
And
go to Paresh Joshi ji. How are you
so
today?
the link
Yeah,
which is
I'm fine,
sorry.
thank you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Please raise your hand so I know who is asking question. Otherwise, it will
so
be
Tejas
difficult.
itself, sir.
Going to
Tejas
Paresh
itself.
Joshi ji right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, are you asking me to ask you the question, Vivek ji?
Yes, please go ahead, Paresh ji. You have
Yeah,
raised
let the
your hand.
other gentleman keep cool and calm so I can ask. See, I have two
Okay.
questions. One is,
Yeah.
are you how do we get this literature or the books or the guidance manuals, vagera vagera? Are you going to give it to us or we have to buy? I don't know.
So come again, come again. Sorry. What do you have to buy?
Say these standards which you have shown to
No, no,
us,
we will give you. We will give you everything. We have repository of everything, templates, tools, books which are required to fulfill those standards. Yeah, as well as certain policies. So don't worry about it. We will provide you.
Yeah, and the second question is, the course which you will be taking,
Right.
I don't know, but will it certify us as a GRI qualified or
So
certified professional?
a very good question. By the way, that if you have seen our table of content, we have already listed one item of 5 step is that our program will prepare you for GRI certification. Of course, you have to pay them money to get that examination done. We do not
Okay,
facilitate that. We are not authorized ones, right?
okay,
We are in the process, but we will prepare you. You will be prepared in 3.5 days of boot camp that you will be able to pass that exam. And we have certain case study, which in next session I will bring, where people have attended our program just by luck and they passed immediately attempting the exam in the first attempt itself. So that is the benefit you will get for sure.
okay. Thank you, Vivek ji.
No problem. Saturday, I will see you on Saturday. Okay, next, Pradeep or no, Bandaru. Bandaru has raised his hand first.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
I'm audible, sir.
Yes, you are very much. Go ahead.
The thing is that basically I'm from the safety department, sir, working as assistant
Wonderful.
manager in Ramco Cements.
Okay. Cements,
My
very good, very
yes,
good.
sir. Thing
Very
is that I don't have a scope of this ESG or sustainability previously, but after studying past from 6 months, I came to know that some of the concepts which are related to safety also would involve in this, like reporting of TRI, like total reportable incidents, the employee conditions, what are the welfare things, what are the things we should report. The thing is that I'm aware of this environmental things like GHG, greenhouse gas emissions. Things
right.
as a point of as from point of your side, what is the thing I should take my career to transactions? Sir? Whether I should go for GRI or this BRSR or the GHG, sir. From your
Now,
point of view.
very simple. I will tell you, by the way, Ramco rating we just completed couple of weeks back. I'm working with a rating agency, which I have didn't disclose, but I'm working with a India first rating agency approved by SEBI. And we rated Ramco. So I have a conflict of interest. So I cannot talk specific on what Ramco should do, but I can tell you that what you should be pursuing. With me, if you see our core group, a lot of people have come from HSC side, EHS side. And why they are coming? Because that's the easiest area to transition. As you
Yes, sir.
told that you understand really well GHG accounting, right?
Yes,
ISO
sir.
14064, etc. So that becomes very easy for you to transition yourself from that area to particularly in environmental side. Now, when it comes to reporting in Indian context, BRSR is applicable to top 1,000 companies plus to their supply chain, which will be additional 20,000 to 100,000 very soon, right? It has been extended from this year to next year. Government of India has decided, SEBI has decided they cannot enforce people to follow BRSR supply chain auditing this year, which was applicable to 150 companies. They have postponed it to next year, but it will come. The moment it will come, companies has to follow. That is reason
Yes,
number
sir.
one. But for you, there is another reason. For cement and steel industry, there is a CBAM which is happening in Europe. I don't know how much Ramco is exporting right now, but if you are exporting, then you will be bound by those clauses as well. And third, companies like yours are also bounded by cap and trade mechanism, right? So they have to use BRSR standards to follow that. However, GRI become a universal standard, and if your company is reporting with the international audience, and I believe it is a top 1,000 market cap company as well, is it? Are you guys doing BRSR already?
Yes, sir.
You are doing, right, Bandaru? So if you are
Yes, sir.
doing BRSR reporting, then you can easily adopt GRI by just creating, if you follow our bootcamp, we help you to create one sheet, which is a context sheet, right? Of course, there are heavy requirements how to process it, what to write, what not to write. But if you are covering BRSR, it is additional 20% work and you are done. Yeah, because BRSR is based on GRI. And the next session, when we will start talking about ESG regulatory Indian framework, which will be there for 15 to 25-minute next session, you will understand that it's quite related. So as long as you are doing BRSR, you can easily do GRI. And that's why you should learn both sides. I will recommend you to learn both sides.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for valuable information.
Pleasure. Pradeep, go ahead. Thank you for waiting.
Yeah, good evening to all of you, and it's a very nice session. I'm a little bit different context. I'm looking for, I'm a senior citizen to be coming straightforward, and I was working in Tata Steel for 20 years, and then
Right.
ArcelorMittal for another 17, almost 18
Wow.
years. So,
ArcelorMittal India or
no, I was ArcelorMittal Europe. I was posted in Poland, so all the time I spent at Poland, but I worked all over the Europe. So in the last assignment, I was the head of CO2. That means I was dealing with the EU ETS systems, like all free allowances, reporting, and etc. etc.
right.
So I'm just looking for my second innings of my professional
Mhm.
career, because I'm just very difficult to sit idle, not doing anything. So I was
Indeed.
just looking for some advice, like how I like this topic very much, this environment CO2, and I was working very deeply into that. So I was looking for some advice, like how does it look like, and how can I again get back to my second innings.
Perfect. I will again recommend you to wait to the next session. Next session, we are talking about career, and we are talking from the all spectrum, from CSO to ESG analyst to sustainability reporting people. I'm talking all those profiles and how they are progressing. Okay. Lot of people who have got associated with us are mostly, in that spectrum. Either they are on the board or independent directors of companies, etc., or consultant. They have joined our program and got benefited. You will see all of those people case study later, and then I will take up your case as well as a question at the end, if you don't mind, Pradeep.
Yeah, it's fine. So thank you. We'll wait for the next session on
Not a
Saturday.
problem. Not a problem. Thank you. Anybody else has any other question?
Yeah,
If
hi.
not, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. This is Ekta, and I have a similar question as the previous gentleman. Sorry, I missed their name. I am a chartered accountant, and I have done my MBA in sustainability management recently.
Wow.
So this would be sort of my second innings as well, and
Okay.
I'm also a registered independent director. But now the only thing is that I do have clarity, or so to say, about whatever we discussed today, and maybe more.
Right.
I'm looking for using that knowledge now in as my second innings.
Perfect. I think, by the way, I'm really impressed with you doing MSc or Masters in Sustainability. Uh,
Yeah.
what pushed you to do that? Means it's quite heavy work, heavy lifting from being a chartered accountant to understanding environmental science or
Yeah.
social science.
Yeah. So basically, why I went into it was more my passion in more of impact area, social impact, so to say. Whereas my background is finance, so I was somehow kind of trying to align the impact, uh, of the investment to the outcomes. If you can understand what I'm trying to say.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very well said, actually, well said.
Yeah. So
Impact,
that's
investment to impact you are talking about.
yes, exactly. So
Wow.
that's where I would really want to see, how making a difference in the investment choices would have, you know, impact on the outcomes, not just for the environment but also for the communities which are involved, so to say, and doing that in real time and being able to project that impact in real time, and show that, because being a CA, I know that there is a lot of talk about sustainability, but how do you show that there is actually sustainability happening? So
True.
that's where I would want to, that's where my curiosity took me.
I think people like you are required right now.
Wow.
Let me be very clear about it. Yeah, because naysayer has grown up again after Trump getting the presidency.
Yeah.
Um, The point is absolutely you are right. Your second inning will be much easier, I can tell you that for sure. If you have a C, it's you are into you understand finance and you understand and you are also certified independent director. So that kind of plus consultancy will really work very fine for you. Okay. A lot of people who are associated with us. Next session, Dr. N. Sriram is coming. Okay. He's a CMA. He's not even chartered accountant. He's a CMA from Australia and also a doctorate in sustainability science. So we will listen to him. And these are the people who are associated with us for long term. Okay. So second evening for people like you will be much easier, that I can say. Next session, when I will cover, I will showcase to you that what kind of people are getting associated and how they are transitioning themselves in the journey of second inning, first inning, or just upskilling and getting a knowledge and benefiting their company back. Yeah, because sustainability cannot work in isolation. It has to work with the profitability. As we started the session with that, right? Triple E fundamental, which GRI has adopted initially, which is economic remain in the center, but of course, planet and people creates the sustainability when all three comes together. Yeah. So welcome to the group as well as people like you are required. That I can assure you. So don't worry about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Vivek.
Anybody else has any other question? Okay, if there is no question, thank you very much, Sudhanshu, coming in. And there were a lot of other people. Next time, I will ask them to even unmute themselves. They have attended our session. Sudhanshu, if you can unmute and share your experience, what was your experience last time when you attended our GHG protocol, right? You have attended GHG.
Hi, Vivek sir. Thank you for inviting me. So I attended the GJ accounting,
GHG
and I
account.
really tell you one thing why I'm here. So I attended different session before also, before attending your accounting session,
Yeah,
and
GHG.
I attended after that few of the session also. The way you teach, nobody. Okay, that's attracts me, and thanks for that. And even today's session, it was very good. I'm hoping to learn more and more on
Thank
BSR
you.
and GRI together.
No, because of people like you, I take these sessions. These are not my bread and butter.
No,
My bread
it's
and butter is
makes a
consulting.
difference to the learner and to the life also. The way
Indeed.
you teach, that's makes a difference. Thank you for that.
By the Sudhanshu, just to give you guys a little perspective, he's planning to do a massive work on forest. Specifically, you are in Chhattisgarh or MP? I got confused with that.
It's a border of Chhattisgarh and
Oh,
Odisha.
border, okay. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
border.
confused. So a massive assignment of sequestration, carbon sequestration he wants to take up. And I'm happy to help. And anybody who wants to join in and in such kind of movement, I think will be helpful. Thank you very much, Sudhanshu ji, for coming in and hopefully you learn something new. With that, let me close the session for today. We will catch up again on Saturday, 7 p.m. Be sharp at the time because we will start like today at 7 p.m. Thank you very much for being patient and coming on such an auspicious day. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.